Hey, what's going on out there? This is Mike.
And Mare.
And we're sitting here in quarantine on a nice, lovely Sunday that we'd love to be out and about in the world, going to parks or just gathering with a bunch of people.
But we
outside,
can't.
day drinking, you know.
But that's
whatever.
Not the case.
But no, I just walk my dog with a mask on. So so we have all that going for us. But hey, you're here. You're listening to I Don't Want to Watch That, the show born out of quarantine because there's no sports, so I had nothing better to do. My wife finally talked me into watching Real Housewives. So if you've been, keeping up with us or seen the titles, even of the episode you're listening to, you know exactly where the fuck we are. We are on season 3, starting fresh. Before we actually get into that, don'twantowatchthat.com.
Here we
go.
go.
Follow us on Twitter at don'twanttowatch, and the O and don't is 0. And I have to mention it's because of that jerk off.
That fucking guy.
Fucking 5 years ago. Instagram though, don't want to watch, and you can find us Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, and all that good stuff.
All that jazz, baby.
All that bullshit. So, I gotta say, the first thing I noticed.
Well, first, let me just comment.
Go ahead.
So, season 3, quite honestly, is one of my all-time top 5 favorite seasons of all time.
Really? Of any of the franchises or iterations of Housewives that are out there?
Yeah, I would have to say so. This season gets really good, like really good.
Okay.
Real good.
I gotta say, it started off hot because
coming in hot, baby.
All of a sudden, like, Bethany and Jill aren't boys anymore.
This is the new Alliances episode.
Yeah.
So the first episode of season 3.
So they're not boys anymore. Fucking Bethany's out and about, naked on rooftops. Jill and Luann are boys.
In love.
The fucking Count is out of there. Alice is...
Woo! Guys, our dogs are here, so just...
The windows are open too, so you might even hear like a fucking deer yell inside. Who knows?
Deers yell? What do they sound like?
But, so anyway, so lots of beef. I think I was almost getting ready to say Alex and Simon are starting to grow on me.
Didn't I say it?
And,
I said it.
They're also growing on Ramona and Mario.
I told
Mario's
you.
Getting more involved in things.
Yup.
Shit is popping off. Like, it's really
hard.
Yes. And I gotta say, the first thing I noticed was that there wasn't like the intro song. Like, there wasn't like the opening theme. Because I was looking for that. Because season 2's opening theme fucking shot me out of a cannon when I was like, who the fuck is Kelly? So I was wondering if there was going to be anybody new, because you've been hinting at like a new face we're going to be seeing.
She's
soon.
Coming.
Yeah, we didn't see her in these first 3 episodes. She's coming.
I think
we saw her in like the upcoming
she's
like on this
she's a couple more episodes in. I can't like remember exactly which one offhand, but I want to say I think she's going to be introduced as Luann's friend.
Okay.
And I won't give any more away.
Okay.
I don't want to,
No. I appreciate that.
I mean, there's nothing really to ruin, but it's just like she's just probably one of the craziest, most wonderful housewives around, and sometimes I think it's almost like a performance piece for her. Like, she's like
Joaquin Phoenix when he was doing that weird documentary.
I don't know, man. I mean, her comedic timing is just so good. You know how Bethany is like super sharp?
Yeah. She stumbles over shit sometimes though when she's trying to get it out.
Sonia, her timing, man, she don't give a fuck. I love her.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, You're gonna love her.
All right, so I mean, first thing we fucking see in the season is Ramona's got a new little dance move with her name on the fucking, like when the little jingle plays and they're like, you're gonna see Ramona shit.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she's got like little short hair, don't care. She's out there doing her thing. Good for her.
Fresh cut, baby.
Yeah, so they're out there on Ramona's boat, and
it wasn't her boat.
No, that's true. Yeah.
We're back in the Hamptons. It was Ramona's
Starting
friend's boat, who he let her borrow it.
Yeah, and Ramona was basically having her friends over for a little
How is that
show.
Oh, that he probably has a captain for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you think Ramona was driving for a second? No.
I don't know.
No, that guy doesn't even drive his own boat. He's probably got like a whole crew. Like that's what
Yeah.
Steve used to do.
Yes.
That's what Steve does now for the guy.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when you borrow your friend's boat.
All right, I got it.
The crew comes with it.
Got it.
You all right?
I'm just eyeballing Lenny, making sure he's being
stealing
good.
sneakers. But yeah, so Ramona invited everybody to a floating QVC show.
Oh, God. I mean, on one hand, yes, it is very declassé.
Yes. So that's how they were like, yo, they should have had gift bags if they're going to be showing the stuff off. Like,
That's
it's
true.
not like,
yeah. Like, it's one thing to want to show your friends your pieces and your, like, her creativity. This is big for her. It's a jewelry line, HSN.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's cute. Like, she's doing a thing.
Yeah. But yeah, she should have given them instead of like displaying it. I don't know.
And also not to say it's not real jewelry, but it's not like it's diamonds and shit. You know what I mean?
Precious gemstones.
I understand. Yeah, the righteous gemstones. Danny McBride, shout out. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. But they're like, it's like topaz. Like, give them away to your friends. They're like, your friends aren't even gonna wear them. So that's probably maybe that's why I shouldn't give them away. But
you don't know that they wouldn't wear it. I don't know why I'm defending this so hard.
Yeah.
I just want to be devil's advocate.
Like,
but there is no devil's advocate in this. It was totally like classless.
Oh, absolutely it was.
As Ramona would say.
But Ramona's talking about how she's got like this new awakening. She's inviting people.
Oh God,
like,
Ramona wanting to renew herself, and it's like all she talks about with people.
She's just hammered right off the bat.
Too, oh yeah, on this boat. Yeah, I mean, and she was wearing this super cute bikini and a sarong.
I don't even know what a sarong is.
A sarong, it's just like a little, it's cloth that you're hanging. Oh, Mike is running out of the room right now because the dogs are. They're good. Okay.
I heard a growl from Ray. I just don't want him to fight.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, Ramona's bikini, and like Jill was
just
immediately
like,
throwing shade. She's a little too old to be wearing a bikini.
Oh, who cares, Jill? Shut up.
I don't necessarily. No, I wanted to say I don't necessarily disagree, but
you would do it.
What? Wear bikini?
Yeah.
Probably.
If you could do it.
No, yeah, but
if you felt comfortable in it, you would do it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'd still agree with Jill.
You still agree with Jill? I don't know. I think Jill's being a tight ass right there.
She is.
Jill's being a hater. I think that's all it is. Jill's being a hater. So they start talking about the Jill and Bethany beef. They go into some of the details there. Jill talks about like the voicemail and get a hobby.
Well, wait. Before we run into the Bethany beef, we need to talk about Ramona or Jill calling out Ramona for being cheap.
Oh yeah.
Getting back to the jewelry shit, she was hawking her shit. She didn't have gift bags for any of her girls to like wear her jewelry. Almost is like if you're wearing your friend's jewelry, it's advertisement. You're advertising your friend's stuff. She's just showing it to everybody.
Yeah, she's like, oh, look at all my shit.
And
I'm gonna sell this to unsuspecting old people.
Yeah, Jill has a mutual friend with Ramona, and I guess I don't remember the woman's name. She's got like long black hair. She's been on a couple of times as a friend throughout the seasons. Anyway, pulls her to the side, and they're bullshitting about Ramona showing all of her jewelry. And Jill says, you know why she's doing this? Because she's cheap. Ramona is cheap.
And then the friend say, oh yeah, I shouldn't be saying this, but she did ask for separate checks the other night. So, I don't know. I guess so. Maybe they are. I mean, they got a beautiful house in the Hamptons, nice apartment and stuff. They got the money to not be cheap.
I listen, I'm just... It is important to talk about.
And then,
All right, back to...
Ramona and Luann get into it. Jill and Bethany, they start talking about the Jill and Bethany beef. But Ramona and Luann get into it because Mario was talking shit under his breath.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
And it really was like fucked up.
Like, it's a shitty comment to make, sure. I could see myself being drunk and saying something.
Yeah, I know. I could see you being drunk and saying something like that too. It is a shitty comment.
I would openly apologize for it after the fact. And I would be sincere about it as well.
Yes, you would.
Yes. That's the difference.
Yes,
Mario
that is the difference.
Dug in and was like...
He dug his heels in.
He was like, I don't give a shit. And then Ramona was also like, yo, you got beef with him? Take it over him. I don't want to hear
it. He's his own person.
Yeah.
Which is, you know what, though, in a sense, honestly, I say that about you a lot.
That is pretty true. Yeah, no, I'll buy that. But at the same time, Ramona should have also just been like, yeah, you know, I'll talk to him about it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not... Ramona threw a fucking temper tantrum and then went downstairs and drank
You're ruining
tequila.
my day.
You're ruining my day. You're having a beautiful day.
You're ruining my day. I'm sorry. You're ruining my day.
She goes downstairs below decks and cries.
Yeah. Aw. Do you want to talk about Bethany's skinny girl shoot at all? The naked or whatever?
Naked on the fucking rooftop. Who cares?
Yeah, and like, man, I forgot how much I didn't like Bethany this season.
Let me tell you, if we want to talk about that right now, it's fine. The first 3 episodes, I gotta say, I am not a Bethany fan.
Yeah.
If this was my first season, I would think she thought who the fuck she was. And I get it, she's busy, but these are all her peoples, and you gotta keep over your peoples. And she is not. She got a fucking new company and a new man, and she just fucking ditched everybody.
Bye,
she's out there fucking
bitch.
showing her tits on the rooftops.
God.
Taking pictures, texting it to a man's.
Listen, I know this
work email address.
I like Bitter Bethany. Bitter Bethany.
Much more fun.
Ooh!
Happy
girl,
and fucking,
funnier.
Yeah, happy and fucking, successful Bethany. I don't know if I'm here for this. I don't know if I'm here for this. She just seems like very mean. Not even mean, but she just seems like fucking... Like, remember how last season Kelly was like, I'm up here and you're down here? Like, it almost seems like Bethany would say that to somebody now.
Say that again? That she would say something like that?
But she was like, Jill, you need a hobby. I'm not your hobby. Like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be friends.
Yep.
Like, and I get it, when you were in the doldrums, when you were the underdog, it's fucking, you were getting 4 phone calls a day and you were able to take them. And you're a little busy now, but at least give like 4 phone calls a week. You weren't doing shit.
Yeah.
Hold up your end of the friendship bargain, Bethany.
I agree, Mike.
Yeah. So what else we got? So Bethany, she goes
Bethany's
home.
side of the fight that Jill had been emailing her a million times over, I guess, their friendship.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. So I mean, we're not privy to any of those emails, right. But we definitely heard the voicemail later on in the season, and not nice. No. Not a nice tone.
Was it?
Anything. But if that was in response to a shitty email, it's a little more warranted,
I could totally see Jill saying something fucked up. I mean...
Yeah, popping off a nasty email, and then Bethany's like, listen, let me call her and settle this out.
Right.
Jill doesn't
But I don't
answer
think
the phone.
Bethany wants to deal with it anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
And so, Bethany probably tried to call and work it out. I would like to think anyways, a Bethany fan. And when Jill didn't answer... Then she was just like, yo, fuck this bitch, and left her the heated voicemail. And, she took the not answer as probably like a sign of disrespect because everybody's got their phones on them.
Yeah. What about, what about Bethany and Jason? What do you think of them?
I think good for them. As long as Bethany's happy, I'm happy for her, but it turned her into an asshole. I think Jason seems like an alright guy. Like, I don't have any beef with him so far. I think it's weird that her new boyfriend's Jason, again.
Yeah.
Starkly different Jasons. That guy looked like the nerd of the Impractical Jokers, and this guy's fucking, looks like one of Trump's kids. I don't know, but yeah, that's about it. So there was a lot that happened, but it was all compressed, and I think we caught it all, except for Bethany and Luann at the end of the episode there. And this was beef right off the bat because they had lunch scheduled, and then Luann canceled at the last minute because she didn't want to go that far, and Bethany was like, I'll drive to you. So Bethany had to drive like 2 hours in Labor Day traffic. Actually, she didn't even drive. She popped out of the fucking skinny girl Volkswagen Beetle with Jason driving. Yeah. Fucking lame. Like, that's what she seems like. She's almost like Ramona's like hawking like QVC shit. Like right. Bethany seems like she's like
pushing the skinny girl brand.
Like skinny girl version of like Joel Osteen. Like she's got her own little fucking like mega church of fucking skinny girl shit. And, like later on, she goes and does like seminars in like a fucking conference hall in a Best Western somewhere. Like
no, no, that was for the Learning Annex.
So why you call it the Learning Annex? You call it whatever the
fuck
Learning
you want. Annex. The only place that I've ever seen those magazines is in like my grandma's bathroom, my grandmother, or let's see, where else? Or like the dentist's office.
Yeah, like I don't know. This shit's taking a weird turn for me right now.
Okay.
But, so Bethany shows up there. She's like, yo, it's kind of lame that you made me come out here. And Luann's like, don't worry, you don't have to apologize for being late.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Luann, you're awesome. I'm sorry to not so much like Luann as a human being more, but her storyline I think is going to pick up significantly now that...
You don't even know.
Because in season 2, she was like, this is how you should act if you're single. Season 3, she's single. Let's see if she acts that way. I bet she doesn't.
She just gets wilder wilder.
Like I said, for the first like 2 seasons, like, yo, she just wants to be single so fucking hard. She's out there with like young nieces in the fucking Lower East Side.
You haven't
picking up dirty guys. Like
you have not met Cool Luann yet. Oh! Cool Luann is everything.
Really? Okay. Is that like an alter ego? Does she specifically...
Oh, it's an alter ego. 100,000%.
Okay, but let me ask you though, does she specifically say like, all right, Cool Luann's coming out now?
Or not necessarily.
Is it just like a thing that people like, this is Cool Luann? Does she acknowledge it, the alter ego?
You'll see.
Okay.
I don't want to give too much away.
Okay. But okay.
Cause she really like. I mean, she's been on every season of New York Housewives, except I want to say maybe except for 1 or 2, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe like one season she may have been demoted, or she demoted herself to be a friend.
Oh, okay.
But she's got one of the best storylines, in my opinion.
Okay. So they have some beef right off the bat. The beef is stemming from the comments that Bethany made about the surfing trip, I guess.
Oh, yeah, God.
But at the time, I totally agreed with Bethany.
Yeah, me too.
And I still agree with Bethany.
Yeah.
But I guess Luann just needs to make her point clear where if if I invite you to something, I'll pay for the whole fucking deal. But if you invite me for something, I expect the same reciprocated. And if that's how Luann handles it and everybody agrees to that set of rules beforehand,
right,
then great. But, nobody fucking put the rules out. Nobody signed a contract.
Listen,
split your shit.
Luann is a countess, okay? The rules do not apply.
She's right now.
Hey! Oh. Ooh, you Mario?
I still don't think you should keep that title if you get divorced from the person who's in the bloodline.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I think it's bullshit.
All right.
I don't think she should be countess no more. But Bethany goes nuclear. She loses her shit. Calls fucking Luann like a hypocrite and all that stuff. And it basically creates a whole giant ball of beef that it's like a giant meatball, but it hasn't hit the fryer yet because they fake fucking hug it out.
I mean, Bethany really went in on Luann.
She did.
In that fight. And I feel like it kind of...
And Luann just ate it up, too, with, class, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like whenever she's trapped, she just reverts to class. And when she's backed into a corner, she's
I don't know if it...
Class,
but I don't know if she, ate it or it went over her head.
You think it went over her head?
Kind of.
Bethany was losing her shit.
Yeah, but, I don't know.
Alright.
Remember when Bethany called her in the confessional a dumb drag queen?
Yeah. That is.
She would not be able to say that today.
No.
She would not be able to say something like that today.
Why not?
Bethany?
Yeah.
She can calling.
Oh.
It's like.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was.
No, you wouldn't, but other people would think something of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the end of the episode.
Well, wait, no, we totally glazed over
What?
the guts of the Jill and Bethany beef. So Bethany really stopped calling Jill.
Yeah.
And distanced herself.
Yeah.
Bobby got throat cancer.
Yep.
Or was it
thyroid?
Thyroid, thank you.
Yeah.
Got thyroid cancer, and she just sent flowers.
If they were tight like that, she should have went and visited.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, she was with them for like a whole summer in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
I would be pissed over something like that.
I had some significant beef with people that still exists, and a mutual acquaintance passed that was closer to them, and I still went.
Right.
Just didn't acknowledge that person.
Right.
But it would have been tough to not acknowledge in a hospital room, though. It's a little tighter quarters than a funeral home, but. You know what I'm saying? You still got to show up.
Right.
You still gotta
Bobby
show
didn't
up.
do anything to Bethany.
Bobby was independent.
Yes.
All right.
And then the other thing too, though, was that I guess Jill, everybody was saying that going back to Ramona's comment when she called Bethany the underdog.
Oh yeah.
Bethany's not the underdog anymore, and Jill was like a mother.
Oh, yeah.
Like
absolutely.
a mother figure to her.
And now Luann is in that same situation.
Right.
Luann is the one who's down
Yes.
and out, and she's under Jill's wing right now.
But I guess Jill had called the Today Show when Bethany was a guest host.
Yeah.
And was like, why didn't you hire me too or instead? So that's a part of the beef too. So it gets a little that's when it gets a little weird.
Yeah. And they touched on those things a little bit further episodes. That's why I didn't have it in this one.
No, I have it.
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? But yeah, there's a lot that's going on there, and they don't unpack it in this block of episodes. They just basically ignite it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Kelly, you want to talk about Kelly at all? Homegirl had to do community service.
Oh, yeah. So that was weird. Was Kelly even in this episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
just brief. I made a note and I said Kelly looks like she's making an effort.
You know what it was? I stopped taking notes somewhere in the middle because both of the dogs were on my lap.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I told we were going to record that night, and we didn't get around to it. But yeah, so Kelly had some issues there, and I thought it was really funny because that was what I pointed out. Was she said everything got dismissed, and then she was talking about doing community service. You don't do community service
if
your shit gets dismissed.
Yeah.
And your shit doesn't get dismissed if you're innocent.
They probably came to they probably came to a settlement.
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah.
And she definitely was the one culpable though, because he was the one who got hit. I gotta say,
I'm not defending her at all. I mean, she's a nightmare.
Yeah, and it was just very funny when she was talking about it because she was like, I had to do my community service at this great charity. And she acted like it was a social function. And I wonder, actually, because when I was hearing that, I wondered if they had a different tiered, I guess you could say, community service option.
For a celebrity?
Yeah. You think
probably.
fucking Alec Baldwin would be on the side of the road picking up garbage with fucking just some dude selling crack?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? But the way she sounded was it was a big charity thing. So I wonder if that's if they have different tiers for community service based on your social status.
Probably.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I remember when I did community service when I was 15.
What did you do to community service for?
Because I stole some shit and I got caught. So I had to do. I think it was. Oh god. It was 20 hours of community service. I had to do 4 or 5 hour days on a Saturday. So the first 3 Saturdays we went and painted graffiti. In schoolyards. It was just me and a bunch of fucking derelicts or whatever, and just painted over graffiti. But the last day, I don't know if I ever told you this.
No.
The last day, they were like, all right, we're going to go play softball against a bunch of Special Olympic kids. And you guys are going to let them win.
Oh, my God.
And we were like, okay. And then me and the convicts got together, and we were like, yo, fuck this shit. And we destroyed
Are
them.
you kidding me?
No, I swear to God.
That's awful.
We had a barbecue with them
no
all,
wonder
and we
you
had
didn't
to like
tell
clean
me.
it up and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why did you want to beat? That's fucked
Because
up.
I'm a competitive person at heart. I didn't want
I
to.
can't. No wonder you didn't tell me that story.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Like,
What? And the other.
how old were you? You
I
were
was like 15, 16.
Okay, but you were. So let's say they didn't say to you, "Let's not beat them. Let's let them win."
Yeah, they told us that.
You would go along. You would obviously still go along with that. It wasn't
No.
like your idea.
No. I was gonna play hard. I was going hard. I went like 4 for 4. Like I dominated that day. I played well.
I wouldn't like boast or brag about how you dominated on that day.
They were older than us.
Okay.
And then we had a barbecue and we had to clean up.
Let's move on, please.
So winners and losers of that episode.
Mike
first of
Burns.
all- well, I won.
Mike Burns.
Mike
Burns lost that episode.
I'm embarrassed telling that story right now. One of the other notable things that happened when I was doing community service, I was in the convict van, and we heard that Biggie got shot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we were sitting there.
Convict van.
Yeah. Well, we were on like a little lunch. We would eat like a little peanut butter
Degenerate.
jelly sandwiches. It was funny. I had to go paint graffiti at a school across from where I used to go to camp when I was younger. I was like, oh, I know this place. This is nice. So, winners and losers from this episode. I had anybody with a rooftop view of the Bethany photo shoot.
Hey!
She was looking good up there. Losers. Jason was the loser because he had to drive the skinny girl Margarita fucking Volkswagen Bug 2 hours in the Hamptons on Labor Day weekend each way. And he probably looked like a fucking tool doing it.
Let's see. Who are my winners? My winner would probably have to be... Oh, God, we didn't even really, talk that much about Alex. All right. Winner, I'm going to have to say, is Ramona.
Okay.
Even though she looked silly in that fight, she still had her jewelry on air. They can say all they want, but Alex looked pretty damn good in that necklace that Ramona put around her neck.
Hey, not bad, yeah.
And the loser, I'm gonna say Bethany. She just looked like... Ugh.
She's looking bad. Yeah.
I mean, just... I don't know.
Yeah. Success does not look well on her, it seems.
Yeah.
So, episode 2, Dueling Labor Day Parties. Bethany and Jason are waiting on Ramona and Mario. They recap their beefs with Luann. And each of them are like, yo, you hate Luann? I hate Luann, too. So, we're starting to get, some new teams forming out here. And it's pretty interesting to see everybody gravitate.
Bethany spilled the tea on Luann all over the place. She was messy.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
Well, I mean, Bethany was like, yeah, well, it shouldn't even matter because Luann and her husband were just fucking around town anyway.
Yup. Luann likes to fuck other men.
Yeah, and, fucking more power to you. But don't act like an uppity asshole about it. Like, come on. How are you doing that? How can you wear those two fucking different faces? It just doesn't sit well.
The mirror has two faces.
It certainly does.
That's a Barbra Streisand reference, if anybody.
Not me. So that was the big bombshell that happened there. They both fucking hate Luann. And then Ramona and Mario were dancing on the bar. And
she was dancing like an animal. Bethany said, Bethany even said,
like, sucking face in the middle of the dance floor like they're 14.
Yeah.
At Mardi Gras. So next up, we go to Luann's house. Rosie comes back in the fold. Fucking love
looking good.
Yeah, looking good.
Well rested.
Yeah. And I like that they're tight afterwards. That was actually pretty endearing. And it also.
I mean, she raised her kids.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is though also, I was gonna say that Luann left such enough impression on Rosie that Rosie would make that trip out there, but Rosie probably 90% went for the kids to see them.
Oh yeah, 100,000%. Oh yeah, for sure.
And right when Rosie was about to leave, Luann was like, "It's good that you kept the weight off."
I mean, didn't you have any? It's good you kept. That's right.
It's like, yo, shut the fuck up.
I know. I mean, didn't you have any babysitters or like nannies that you remember from when you were a kid that like were very important to you, or was your mom? It was your mom.
I remember one time the girl next door babysat, and she put spare ribs in the microwave in the tinfoil bag, and it caught on fire.
Oh my god!
That was one of the biggest memories I had of a babysitter. But no, I didn't have any real regular.
I had a babysitter. That I would go to her house like every day after school because my parents work so late.
No, I didn't.
So
have
like, yeah. So I mean, I like played with her kids. She fed me dinner every night. Like,
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. So like, she was a very big part of my life, and I would go see her. I haven't seen her in
my
years,
babysitter down the
obviously.
beach was Rusty's wife.
Okay.
That was funny.
She's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice woman.
Yes. Unlike husband.
How dare you?
He's awesome. So, Luann's house, Rosie's there, all that shit. Yo, Victoria fell off the roof.
Yeah, and broke.
Both her arms are broken.
Both her arms are broken.
She's sitting like
they need Rosie, obviously.
Oh my god. And Luann was like, I think she was trying to sneak out. Yeah, probably. Absolutely, as a matter of fact. I would imagine.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, though apparently it does because she broke both of her arms.
Yeah. So, and then we also found out there that Luann moved to the Hamptons permanently.
Yeah.
So she got rid of that Manhattan spot, and then.
Well, no, it was her husband's. Yeah, house.
So they kind of split it up or whatever.
Yeah.
So we get another Ramona and Mario dinner, this time with Alex and Simon, and they're talking about parties and stuff.
They're being real cutie and nicey.
Yep, they certainly are.
And then doesn't take long for them to start talking shit about Luann.
Yep.
Does not take long.
And Jill too, a little bit. Yeah. And just like I was saying in the previous seasons, like how Jill was gathering people for the war to come. Like it's like Jill and Ramona are always on opposing sides, and the people just revolve around them.
Just you wait and see.
Oh yeah. Are Jill and Ramona ever gonna team up?
Nah,
don't tell me.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. And then Mario calls Luann, leaves her a message, and it was kind of like it wasn't a great message.
Nope.
It was just like, yo, I'm gonna be there. Come see me.
I know. He was like Jill said it. She's like,
come say my name on the streets.
He called you out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Later on, Jill was like, yeah, he basically said, bring it on, bitch.
Yeah. And Jill really can't help but just throw shade all the time. She's at Luann's house and she says that the house is warm here, is warm without the count here.
Yeah. Yeah, like just be nice when you're staying at somebody's house. Like
these women are catty, man.
Like you sold your
house. It never ends.
Because of the economy was rough and you're out there fucking, Why did they sell the house, I wonder?
Why, who sold their house?
They sold their Hamptons house because Joe was staying with Luann.
Oh, maybe they had to sell because they could. I don't know.
Maybe it was the cancer.
That's what I was just going to say. Maybe it was.
Might have been. All right, so we won't talk shit about that then. Just in case.
Or, I mean, it was during a recession, so they probably.
Yeah, but Joe was out there on BBC Radio talking shit about it.
I know, but they probably saw. Maybe somebody offered them. I don't know. We should do. I'm just projecting right now.
Just making stuff up.
We should probably look this up. But I'm just saying, like.
Oh, we won't.
Could be maybe somebody offered them a lot of money for their house. And they were like, you know what? It's a recession. Let's make some money.
This is good money. Yeah, so after that, we got Luann and Jill, blah, blah, blah. Like we just talked about, she was talking shit. And then Jill calls Ramona.
Well, wait.
Speakerphone.
Well, okay, go ahead.
And to kind of like talk about the party and say like, listen, I'm in a weird spot. I'm staying at Luann's, and Luann's not going, so I'm not trying to go either.
So yeah, we should say that there were 2 Labor Day parties.
Well, at this point, that wasn't even a thing yet.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Even if it was, Jill wasn't like, I got another party to go to. Like, I think that all happened after. They were like, fuck it, we'll just invite some people here, too. And that's what they did. No worries. But Ramona's on speakerphone, and she starts talking reckless about Luann and the Count fucking around town also.
Mm-hmm.
And Jill's like, man, shouldn't have had that on speaker afterwards.
Yes, that's right.
And Luann was just stone-faced. Like, yes, that was odd.
I think I had the dogs in my lap at this point now because I'm
that disappointed me.
Yeah,
yes.
sorry.
And then Luann shows up with Jill or actually Luann with Jill and Kelly, and they're kind of gathering at Luann's house. So Luann just kind of decided to have a bunch of people over also. So she invites Kelly.
Jill.
Well, Jill's there.
Right.
Luann's there. It's Luann's house, and Kelly's there. And
right.
Kelly pulls him aside.
And comes in. She's coming in hot in this party.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. Pulls him to the side. And, like, we think it's going to be something fucked up.
And it cuts over, and Jill's like, oh my... Or I think Luann was like, oh my God, did she get arrested again?
Yeah.
But then she's like, I'm going to be a Playboy.
Ooh.
And she's like, it's the 40th anniversary of Playboy. And they're all just like, oh, that's very interesting. Congratulations on that. This, that, and the other thing. And cool. And Bobby shows up and he's like, yes, I've got every Playboy from 1962 to 1997. Or whatever fucking
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, look at you, creep.
Yeah. Kelly, God bless her. Kelly was like, yeah, it was a little creepy for him to say something like that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, she's definitely going to get my issue now.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, every fucking creep is going to get your issue now, too.
There's nothing wrong with women posing in Playboy, though.
No, yeah, okay.
You have to know, like, what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, and then we show at Ramona's, Bethany and Jason, they're discussing the guest list, and Bethany reveals that she's got a little issue with Alex that's still unresolved.
Yeah.
And, very nicely enough, they do somewhat resolve it. But
so Bethany didn't use Alex's logo
Yeah.
and didn't say anything to her.
Yeah.
And just went ahead and used somebody else's logo.
And also, like, when Bethany, very adult-like, beelines for Alex as soon as they get there. And she's like, yo, I just want to say I'm sorry for this shit. There was a lot going on, and we wanted this other thing, my business partner, blah, blah, blah. We didn't want it to be me. We wanted it to be any girl. I was like, yo, that totally makes sense. But A, if you guys had that concept, why not ask Alex to do it?
Right. Just go back to her and say, can you do this?
B, why didn't you say something at the time? Give
right.
her a phone call.
Right.
And Alex points out, too, she's like, yo, also, when you told me, and I'm paraphrasing right now, you said we went with something better.
Yeah.
So that was just like, oh, fuck, okay. But it seemed like they resolved it, but in the confessional, Alex is getting a little saucy.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not going to call her for lunch.
She's like, yeah, I'm not calling for lunch, though. Fuck all that.
But she appreciated the apology, which is like a nice way of saying whatever.
Yeah.
And I can't believe you just kind of sided with Alex right now.
For a hot second, over Bethany.
Yeah.
This is a weird season
I know.
right at the bat. This is This is like season 2 of The Wire. It's like, why are we not at the streets anymore? We're on the docks. Like, what the fuck do the docks have to do with fucking the projects in Baltimore? Why are we at the docks? And this is just.
But then it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it all ties together. But yeah, so they sit down, eating.
Well, Mario starts again going in on Jill.
Yeah. Well, Jill's not there. He just starts talking shit.
Going in on Jill.
Yep.
Bethany joins right in, talking shit about Jill.
And then
Woo-hoo!
some side character
who
just
we don't know.
in. Yeah, I don't know who it is. She just chimes in. She's like, well, Jill was a little hurt. Here's why. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the other. And Bethany was like, yo, who the fuck are you, the caterer?
Which, again, like...
I love the comment, but she's not wrong. She's sitting at the fucking guest table. Like, you know, you guys are all having this conversation in the open. That's like if you post something on Facebook and somebody comments that something you don't fucking like to it. It's like, I didn't want criticism. Well, why are you putting it in the open then? You're opening yourself up to it by having this conversation in public. Anybody who's in earshot is fucking free to chime in.
And I believed when she said she's been, I mean, the woman said, she's like, I've been friends with Jill for many, many years.
Yeah.
And this is how she feels.
Yeah.
So Bethany is on her way to a very bizarre and weird journey.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
And I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole with her, but I don't know how much I'm gonna support her in it.
You'll come out with her, loving her again.
I love it now
You
on
will.
Twitter. On our Twitter
You
account, don't want to watch with a 0 for the O and don't.
All right. So now we get to Alex. Back to Alex at the end of this episode. And Alex is faced with the decision of whether she goes to Luann's or not. And she's up front
she's like,
with Ramona, which is cool. I thought also being a little bit of a shit stirrer, but I like it.
Yeah, just being honest.
And she's doing it in her very own Alex way.
Yep.
Listen, Luann invited me to her house, and I feel like we need to make an appearance. And Ramona's like, why?
And then Mario was just like, comes a time we got to pick sides.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, Mario's putting it out there.
Yeah.
So that was pretty wild. And then, so Alex calls Jill, and they explain it, and basically Jill and Luann talk shit to close out the episode about Alex and Ramona and everybody at that other party. And setting up the beef for the season.
It's gonna be so good. It's just a roller coaster ride. Just get ready.
So winners and losers for this episode. The winner I had was Bobby for having 30 years worth of Playboys. And the loser I think was Rosie for not getting a spinoff, because I think there was a spinoff right for Rosie, because I appreciate Rosie a lot.
Rosie's so sweet. She's so sweet.
So who'd you have for that?
My winner would be
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. I'm gonna say the winner for that episode is Mario, because he probably had a lot more airtime than he should have had.
I'm starting to like Mario as like a heel. Like, I'm starting to think of this almost as like wrestling. Like, they just reshuffle like all the beefs every year. All the characters are the same. It's just like, who's gonna beef now? And then they just like pick and choose, and then they sprinkle in different bits of drama, and then they need like a hype man. And Mario's like the hype man. Like,
he's a shit star.
Yeah.
He got a lot of airtime. I mean,
he's almost like fucking. Nah, I don't want to say that, because Brock Lesnar. I was gonna say he's almost like Paul Heyman, because like Brock Lesnar never talks, but he's like but because Ramona talks. Yeah.
I have to think of what wrestler he would be.
Yeah,
that's a deep question.
Bobby Lashley talks, but like Leo Rush is out there, just the little guy hyping him up.
Ramona's Leo Rush.
Leo Rush got fired. There's a lot of wrestlers getting canned.
Yeah. That's a different podcast.
Yeah, that we're never gonna do, because.
Though I do love wrestling.
Yeah, it's silly. So, episode 3.
Wait, I didn't say who my loser was.
I'm sorry. Who's your loser?
Victoria, because she
broke her arms. Like a fucking
fell off a roof.
Fell off the roof. Dummy.
14-year-old dummy.
Yeah, go out the front door. There's got to be 8 doors.
I'm sure your mother's passed out somewhere.
There's got to be 8 doors on the ground level. Pick one.
I'm sure your mother's out at a bar somewhere.
Yeah. Just know where she is so you don't go to that bar.
All right, on to episode 3, Fall in Manhattan.
Oh, speaking of, I was just about to chime in with this stuff. With Victoria going to the bars with they'll go there, but apparently Victoria's friends think Luann is hot.
Ooh, and Luann wants to know all about it.
All into it.
She was like, "Oh, I'm the hot mom."
Well, they have a 2-hour drive from the Hamptons into the city now, so I was mainly surprised that there was no traffic. They were on the LIE.
Well, they're probably going in off season because it is fall.
Yeah, no, I meant going into the city from the Hamptons, because they were driving in for some fashion shit. So after that little car ride in, like, they talk about Kelly doing Playboy.
Cut to Kelly and her kids.
Kelly talking to her kids, because that was their main concern. Kelly's kids are awesome.
I know, they are. Yeah.
Kelly's the worst, but her kids are fucking very cool.
She's a good mom. That's the one redeeming quality that I think Kelly has, is that she's a very good mom.
Yeah, and then the younger one, it's like, hey, you know what Playboy is? And she's like, you're going to entertain people with your weirdness.
Oh, no, she said, why? Do you know why mommy is doing this?
Oh, yeah, because you want to entertain people with your weirdness.
Yes.
I want to see some of her weirdness. I only see douchiness from her.
Yeah, that's her weirdness.
No, it's not that weird, though. It's just fucking...
Douchey?
Yeah, I don't like it. No,
I mean, she does just get weirder and weirder. Wait till we get to Scary Island. That's that season. That's the season, baby.
Okay,
Woo!
okay,
It's gonna be good.
Then we go to see Bethany at the Learning Annex. We already touched on that previously when we were talking shit about Bethany.
She does her own shtick.
Yeah,
her
she's
comedy
out there
routine.
doing, she's
probably got classes at Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, she's got some classes out there. She's doing a little routine, and she's like, I'm selling my merchandise in the back, too.
Yeah. Meet and greet in the back.
Yeah, meet and greet, take a picture, $10, Polaroids. And then we go to Kelly, and she's getting ready at Playboy. Oh, no, wait. We're at Jill's. We find out
Bobby doesn't have cancer, which is
awesome.
beautiful.
Good.
Wonderful.
But that was really all that scene was. And then we go to Kelly getting ready for Playboy. And then all of a sudden she starts talking shit about Bethany, like out of nowhere. She's like, yeah, Playboy's better than PETA. It's like, what? Nobody fucking asked.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That whole scene was just bizarre. I mean, and I get it. I shouldn't say that I get it. You know, she loves fur. She's from the Midwest. She eats meat. She don't give a fuck.
But at first she was like, I'm part of PETA. I don't know why they didn't ask me to do it. Didn't she say that at one point?
I don't think so.
I thought she said something about that. I like in the beginning when she found out, maybe in like that first episode.
I don't remember that.
I'll have to go check it out. But I thought she said something like that. And then I thought, that's why I thought it was so weird that she was wearing fur. Like... and doing all that stuff, and she's like, oh, this was fur that was taken humanely. Oh, really? They took another animal's skin humanely off of it? That's pretty interesting. I wonder how they do that.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, fuck all that. But basically her photo shoot is her in her Halloween costume.
Again.
So we had to see her in her stupid bunny ears.
Yeah, for Playboy, yeah.
Blah, 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 photo shoot. And then we go to a fashion show. And we got, or some shit where...
No, yeah, it was a fashion show. We got Jill, Luann, Alex and Simon, and Kelly shows up too.
Yep. And so Luann and Jill start talking shit to Alex right off the bat. They were like, yo, remember when we got off the boat and you fucking shitty kids climbed up the captain's leg?
Oh,
Alex,
boy.
And they're like, yo, you gonna put that chapter in your book too? And it's like, Alex is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, guys.
Yo, fuck you guys.
Well-meaning morons is what she called them.
And then she was also equally offended because Kelly, when she was like, and they were all patting her on her back for the Playboy, she was like, these bitches gave me a hard time about my titty pics coming out.
Yeah.
And
we looked those up.
Yeah, we did.
We paused it to immediately look up Alex's nude photos.
And just like Luann and Victoria were talking about, like, if she showed her chocha, it was not fucking classy, and Alex's chocha was there.
Those photos were a little
suggestive.
Well, no. I mean, she was butt-ass naked.
Yes. It was suggesting she was naked.
And she has the body of a 12-year-old.
It is fucking gross. Like, she's just like, I don't like
Listen, I don't want to body shame anybody.
Yeah, you should stop doing that.
But the photos were...
not flattering.
Yeah.
So, but rightfully so, she's like, why the fuck are they supporting her? And then we cut to a confessional with, I think it was Jill, and Jill's like, yeah, in case Alex is wondering why we're not supporting her, it's because there's a big difference between Playboy and some naked pictures
yes,
on the beach.
Which I agree with. I agree with to a certain extent.
I do.
Photos like that, if you're taking them for your partner, no big deal.
More power to you.
More power to you. If you're putting them out there, you gotta just...
put them out there and live with it.
Yeah.
Live with
and take the good and the bad with it.
Yeah, but it's hypocritical to support one form of that versus another.
Well, in their eyes, Playboy is Playboy.
Doesn't matter.
It's artful.
Any pictures can be artful. Any pictures can be artful.
You're right. Art is subjective. Art is subjective. You're absolutely right.
Some weird, creepy dude who fucking lives in a robe with a slew of 25-year-olds is taking the pictures or whatever. Like, that makes it art. Like, that dude's a creep. Like, he is. Like, it is creepy. I would still like to go to the mansion. So
and I'd like to be there with you.
Sure. So after that, we got Jill and Luann, and they go to a psychic. And I don't know what this would have helped with the psychic, but she plays the message from Bethany, the voicemail.
Oh, God.
That seems like a very odd venue for that message to be played.
Well, she wants to talk about her. If she's got a strong friendship with Bethany, then it affects her life. People go to psychics sometimes. It's almost like therapy.
Yeah, for some self-help type of shit. Yeah. And I understand that. And listen, I don't necessarily buy into it, but I understand if it helps people, good for them. But the one funny thing was like when Jill said, yeah, it's like Bethany, she robbed the bank account of our friendship. She took the money and ran. Yeah. We had a joint account that she took the money and ran. So Bethany goes, has a birthday party for Jason, has a bunch of his friends there.
And she starts ripping into one of his friends.
Yo, she destroyed him. She was like, you sound like blah, 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 blah. What did you even say? Blah, 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 blah. And then Jason's like, why do people even want to talk to you? I was like, yeah, I can see that now. I understand that. And then she goes into a confessional and she's like, I miss Jill. Yeah. Which is sad. Yeah. So Ramona goes to the Legend Ball, bunch of tennis motherfuckers. Jill is there. And Jill dives right into the barbecue shit. Goes right for Mario.
Countless remark.
Why can't you just be apologized? Why can't you blah, blah, blah? And then they just say, like, agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But that is going to be coming up for a while, I feel. That beef is going to be simmering. After that, we got Kelly. She's just trying on the furs, saying, like, fuck Peter, I eat steak, I'm from the Midwest. Listen, Kelly, we get it. You drive a fucking pickup truck, you're from the Midwest. But you also
suck.
Fucking live in New York City and you're a posh bitch. So
that's a good assessment.
Yeah, that's all I got. Jill goes to Kelly's. Yeah. So this was funny.
Yeah.
Because
I know what you're gonna talk about, Jill.
Yeah. She explores, she's like, I love the place, everything's great. By the way, it's not the 40th anniversary of Playboy. Like, your agent's a piece of shit. She calls bullshit. She was like,
you need to talk to your agent.
Was the first fucking person in Playboy. I was 63.
It wasn't 40 years ago.
40 years ago. And then Kelly was like, listen, I found it's actually the 50th anniversary of the bunny costume. And she was like,
or 40th. Yeah, 40th.
Yeah, or 40th. Yeah. And she was like, okay. You should have known that. I would have. Yeah. I would hold my agent accountable for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do that.
Yep.
And then she just cuts to her saying, like, again, I wouldn't be doing Playboy in her position.
Yeah.
Alex and Simon, they're making pizza at their house. They're making ketchup pizza for the little guy. He wanted ketchup pizza. You ever dip your pizza in ketchup?
That's disgusting.
Not terrible. I think I did it once or twice. Maybe like.
Why would you do that? Where would you do that? Why and where?
High school cafeteria.
Why?
I used to dip everything in ketchup. I don't know why. Oh. Bagels.
Oh my God. You don't eat eggs with ketchup, right?
Yeah, I'll eat eggs with ketchup. Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup. Hot sauce, give me hot sauce. All right, Hillary Clinton. Carry that shit everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I just say things.
Yeah.
I know, it just pops out when the microphone's on. I don't understand it.
Let's keep moving.
So they're making pizza and they recap the Jill conversation. And this is where they come to the realization. It started making sense to us too. Like, Jill's just gravitating to the underdog. Like, once... And I think it's... I don't know if it's necessarily gravitating to the underdog or
she
whatever.
Wants to... I feel like for her, she wants to just help people. She's somebody that says that she likes making connections. Absolutely. She likes...
But what I'm saying is I don't necessarily think she gravitates to the underdog. I think maybe the underdogs find her. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
yes,
almost like
that's
a
good. Yeah. Motherhood.
Like takes them under their wing until they.
Gloria Gloria saying to Bethany that she's gonna adopt her.
Yeah. But I think we saw some future inklings of her mom adopting Luann also.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like
this season, but No, yeah, absolutely.
Her mother's like that. Jill's gonna be like that.
Yeah, but like also not to drop. Oh, I see exactly what you're saying. Like mother, like daughter. Yeah. Jill's mom adopted Bethany, just like Jill adopted Bethany.
Yeah.
Not to jump to the next thing, but like when Bethany and Jill have it out, and Jill's like, "I got a hobby." The hobby's Luann now.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's
get a hobby. That may as well have been the title of the episode. Is get a hobby.
Yeah, it'd be the title of the season. But yeah, so they talk about that. They come to that realization, and it makes sense. I buy that.
Yeah.
And
Luann is the underdog.
Yeah, and then we go to the fashion show.
Yeah, the Jill Stewart show. Bethany's gonna be there. Bethany comes in, and she is being really fucking nice.
Yeah, she comes in super nice, says hello to everybody.
And it was weird. It was weird.
I think it was weird once Bethany left and they started saying how weird it was. Otherwise, I would have been like, all right, they're just saving their confrontation for later.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
Because that's a very public place, and I would have thought that it would have been a smaller venue for their...
Jill was seething that whole time.
Oh, she absolutely was. She was seething like when they were sitting at each other on the runway.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It was so crazy because they kept showing, like, each of them, and Luann was in the middle, and Jill kept looking Bethany's way, and Bethany just kept...
Well, I think Jill was looking at the models coming down the runway.
I don't know. I think she was like...
Or maybe both.
A little both. A little column A, a little column B. But then after the show, they have it out for a hot minute. And then Jill can't take it no more. Jill's like, I got a hobby, and fucking bounces. And then Luann acts as her proxy and then just basically goes through the Jill talking points. Well, you hurt me because of this, and this is what you did, and that was a shitty message. And, you know, we went from 4 phone calls a day to I haven't seen you in 3 months. And so Bethany's just like, yo, who the fuck am I having this argument with?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? And so nothing is settled. Everything, all the beef has simmered to the top. And we are getting ready for some of that shit to boil over.
It's going to be bad.
Really?
I can't wait.
Oh, my God. Okay. And you said they go on a vacation this season, too, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. All right.
One-way ticket to Scary Island, baby.
Where do they really go, though?
I want to say Mexico.
Mexico? Okay. That's dope. So that's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Do you know what episodes those are off the top of your head?
No. It's usually like in the middle of the season.
Okay. Excuse me. Oh, man. All right. Well,
that's it. So
winners
the winners and losers. Yeah.
So the winner of this episode, I think Bobby for getting some clear scans. Congratulations for him on that. The loser of this episode was that guy Bethany tore down at the birthday party.
You had mine.
Sorry.
You had both my winner and my loser.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go through the power rankings now. Power rankings. Things are changing. I like Bethany. She's pretty much a jerk. But I still want to give her the benefit of the doubt because I've liked her so much and I still like her in present day. So I'm going Ramona first because she's just always a fucking maniac and interesting. Then Bethany. Then Jill. Then Luann. Then Alex and Kelly.
Okay.
I feel like Luann's going to move up, though, because I feel like single Luann is going to be very intriguing just for all the fucking hypocrisy that's going to just vomit all over the fucking
You don't know
screen.
what you're in for.
I can't wait. So thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you, guys.
The show is I Don't Want to Watch That. You can find it on don'twantowatch.com. That's Wanna, W-A-N-N-A. Twitter and Instagram at Don't Want to Watch. On Twitter, the O and Don't is a 0. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. Rate, review, share, blah, blah, blah. All that bullshit. Tell us you like it. All right, that's all we got.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out. Stay safe. Wash your hands.